ain't gonna let the people frisk me if I'm dirty, homie. A nigga never touch me, I got that dirty on me.
Don't be afraid to venture over the bridge.
I'm Pharaoh, in every borough, my name be ringing.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Yo, what's good? It's DJ Thorough, aka Thorozano, the bridge to the streets. Right now, you're watching the hottest in the streets right here on Thisis50.com. Got a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself.
It's Neef Buck, Mr. Trash Bag King, one half of the Young Gunners, Mr. Forever Do Me, right here representing Philadelphia as usual.
Yes, sir. Explain Trash Bag King. Is that money? Are we talking money?
Yeah, I got that name from my guy Rasky, who do the outros on the Forever Do Me series. You know, he used to be new. I used to be coming in with trash bags in and out, and he just was so fucking newsy. He used to just be a nigga come in there, come in the kitchen, right? And we counting money, that nigga just be peeking. He just peeking in the room. You always counting my money, you count my bankroll. You know what I'm saying? So he just kept calling you Trash Bag King, you know what I'm saying? So I got that name back in the days when I was, moving around with them trash bags.
So that has nothing to do with, that's not Rockefeller money. That's just okay. I thought that was Rockefeller money.
That was a little bit before Rock, and when shit kind of broke apart, we had to figure it out before I knew I was gonna go hard again with the music. Right. You had to go back to the grind and figure it out.
All right. So speaking of going back, let's go back to your origins. Obviously, you was a part of Rockefeller.
Exactly.
The whole
that's
state.
Forever. That
you still got the chain, right?
Ring. That's forever. I don't want to mess up my mic or nothing.
I need one of those.
Yeah, this the championship ring. This don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, without a doubt.
Let's go back to the Rockefeller days or whatever. How did you and Chris meet, first of all?
Well, I'm originally from West Philly.
Okay.
So I was inspired by most of the artists that came from West Philly. At this time, late 80s, early 90s. I don't want to seem like I'm old, but late 80s, early 90s. Right. I just was advanced. I came up the step early. Right. But I'm from this block Schoolie D is from.
PSK?
Yeah, original gangster rapper. Those who don't know Schoolie D, I know they seen the movie King of New York. He did the whole fucking soundtrack. Right. You know what I'm saying? Every time, anything that going on King of New York, Schoolie D talking. Exactly. Cool C. Shout out to Cool C on Death Row.
What about Steady B?
Steady B, the youngsters, all of them came from West Philly. So when I moved up to North Philly, up to Nicetown, I was rapping. And I was rapping at an age that was so young, and the shit that I was talking about, it got people attention. Like, it wasn't nobody in that neighborhood doing the shit and saying the shit that I was saying at the time. So it got Chris attention. You know what I'm saying? I was in middle school with him at 6th grade when I moved up there or whatever. Right. So, and he used to hit the beats on the tables in the lunchroom, and he liked it, the attention. I think he liked it, the attention it got me. Right. You feel what I'm saying? And the bitches and the niggas, everybody was fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? On that tip. And one day I took him to my crib, wrote him his first joint. You know what I'm saying? We used to spit it for everybody. People used to love it. Right. And then every day walking home from school, he had a new verse after that. He just started writing. So
you originally started writing for him, and that kind of got him into learning format of lyrical content, how to write bars or whatever.
And then I was moving around a lot, because I moved around a lot in Philly, West Philly, and North Philly, and I knew a street guy, that knew another guy that was taking people named Stevie G, that was taking everybody up New York, getting them deals at the time. Right. A guy named Stevie G. You know what I'm saying? He had parts in Beanie Siegel, Eve. Everybody that was getting signed, Most Wanted, all the people that was getting signed at the time when Matt kicked in the door. You know what I'm saying? So I met him, and I spit for him. He loved it. Then I was like, yo, I got a partner, because me and Chris just had that chemistry, because we was friends and we was hanging out every day. So we just knew each other verses. We would bounce off each other. You know what I'm saying? And like, wasn't no young guys at that time out like that. That was official.
How did you all get to Jay-Z? Because at that time, Jay-Z was the biggest hip-hop artist in the world, period. And that's not easy.
We met him a week or two right before he left for Hard Knock Life Tour. So this had the 4 million records. So this was his time, you know what I'm saying? And
popping.
Well, like I said, the guy Stevie G, he had co-managed Beanie Siegel. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So once he put Beans in the door, once Beans got in the door, everybody wanted somebody from Philly. The way Beans came through, authentic, super solid, everybody wanted somebody from Philly. Okay. And niggas was getting deals left and right at that time. After that, you feel what I'm saying? So he started building his relationships. He brung us up there. So they was like, God damn, like, these young niggas talking like this and they moving like this. It's like, it might be something behind this. Right. So Jay, Biggs, and Dame, all three of them was in the office at this time. Like this was like, early.
Right.
And they told us to come back in a week. They said come back in a week with 5 songs.
Okay.
It was like, we love y'all to death. We don't want y'all to go nowhere else.
Right.
Come back. And I don't know if they thought we wasn't writing this shit or what was going on. First of all, and they wasn't talking about going to the studio and recording 5 songs. We came up there 5 days later and performed
5 songs.
5 songs that we had just.
So hold on, let me stop you there. So before you did that, what did you spit? You
Bars,
you just spitting bars.
Bars. That's all what it was.
Okay.
That's how you got your record deals in my
back
era,
then.
in my time.
Unfortunately, not now.
Yeah, all bars. That's all they respected. And then sometimes you would go to these places and rap. Like I remember one time we went and rapped for Puff, and he had a group that he had signed.
It wasn't the Hood Fellas, was it?
I ain't sure. It was a group in there.
Right.
But we end up having it out. Because once you in there spitting with other people that spit,
right,
man, Puff and them switch sides, they was on some Philly shit, man. I promise you, man. On everything I love, man. I think these guys was from Harlem, man. On everything I love, no bullshit.
From Harlem? I don't know who that would be. I know
I think it was like 3 of them.
Yeah, I don't know who.
It was like 3 of them.
Yeah.
I think one of them was from Harlem, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it G-Dep, was it?
No.
I know.
I know. It was a group that never really came out. Like I don't
only
think they never came out.
people I know Puff had that was right on the roster, but never really made it was the Hood Fellas, and they were from Brooklyn.
How about Jay Mills?
No, I know them guys. You know what I'm saying? They made a little spark. You know what I mean?
So that's the only group I know.
I promise
is the
you,
Hood
man.
Fellas.
And it got heated in there, and everybody that was, they know.
Right.
They know. So we still get them same salutes to this day when we run across anybody.
No, not for nothing. That whole era, there was a point, like you said, where everything out of Philly, anybody, if you just had a beard that looked like you from Philly, you was getting the deal.
Man,
like if you could rhyme it a little bit, you was getting the deal.
This, Mac kicked open that door, something special, man. But everybody delivered. It wasn't just they was just shining anybody. Everybody at the time had bars. We was hungry. We was coming up here. Me and Chris used to leave school and hop on the train. We used to leave school and our moms was cool with it. They knew we was chasing. My mom knew I was going to be doing this shit forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Jay, Biggs, Dame tell you to come back with 5 songs.
5 songs. I'm talking
so
about
you come back.
Recorded. I'm talking about we spit 5 songs with hooks and everything to them. You hear me?
Right.
Off of fucking beats. Like, you know how they made the mixtape Jones with the beats?
Right.
Straight beats.
Right.
And we wrote to the Jones, but we had to memorize them.
What beat was it? Do you know offhand? What songs were those?
It was a couple beats, probably a couple Timberland Jones.
Timberland
Motherfuckers that was hot at the time, Swiss Jones, and we wrote to them beats and came up there and spit for them, and they couldn't believe it, man. And I remember a time, it was funny because we never really had management. All we had was street guys that we knew from our neighborhood that had a bag.
That had a bag, right.
You feel what I'm saying? That just knew how to,
maneuver the V, right.
Maneuver the V. And this management that we had at the time, because when Stevie G took us up there, he was trying to get like a label deal. He was trying to get like a label situation because he had artists that was getting signed. So he was trying to get his own shit popping. You know what I'm saying? He had a company called Against Our Lives. And Jay, Biggs and Dame, they wasn't trying to go for that. They really wanted to just sign us as artists and deal with us. So we dropped Steve. Steve's still my guy to this day. You know what I'm saying? But we dropped Steve. And some other guys, started representing us, and they wanted us to go to Puff. Puff was putting something in their head where as though they thought we would have been better with Puff.
Right.
And I remember we had 2-ways at this time.
2-way era.
And we going up, I think we was going up to see Puff. And I tell you, no lie, no bullshit, Chris hit Jay on the joint. He asked me first, like, yo, you think I should hit Jay, man? We don't really want to do the Puff shit or whatever. Puff cool, but Puff want to have, like, he don't want to let us do us all the way. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a different. It's
that's
like
kind of why Suge Knight got up there and said, if you want to come to Bad,
I fuck with Puff. That's our guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's kind of representation of what was going on.
But he good at what he do, and he might have been right about some shit. You know what I'm saying? But young at the time, and like the freedom that Hov and them gave us, man, they just wanted us to be ourselves. Right. And so I remember like it's yesterday. We was riding up, and Chris hit him like, "Yo, they trying to take us to Puff. We already been seeing Puff. We already been in negotiating stuff. Right. But it got to a point like, yo, we wanna be down. Over there we feel more comfortable. We understand each other more. We just fit. We fit. We fit in over there. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing against. against Puff or whatever, we just fit it all better over there,
Right.
and it worked at the end of the day. You never know what would have happened over there.
Right. So what did Puff say when you basically declined his offer?
No, it wasn't really it was just all good. Still to this day, like he been around us 1,000 times. With you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
There's always love. You know what I'm saying? And you know.
Right. So let me ask you a question. Let me skip forward a little bit. There was a recent interview with Beanie Siegel,
Right.
or whatever, and he was speaking on the dismantle of Rockefeller, and he said that, and I want to get your perspective and your opinion on this. He said that the reason why Rockefeller broke up was because Dame Dash was doing too much. He said he should have just been a CEO and a manager and did that. He said he was doing too much, and that was rubbing Jay basically the wrong way, and that created a lot of friction. Yeah. What is your take on why did Rockefeller break up? Why did it break from your perspective?
To me, Dame always been the same.
Right.
And it worked at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it got to a point when people outgrow each other, you know what I'm saying? I know how much love Jay got for him and vice versa. But people outgrow each other, and sometimes you go your different ways. Sometimes people might be on the same shit that you was on when I met you.
Right.
And if you're not growing with them, sometimes you can outgrow the person, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing I can think of. But at the end of the day, it worked. Everybody made money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever see any signs of, damn, this shit is about to be over, or now this shit ain't, these motherfuckers are arguing, or did you ever see anything that gave you the you know?
I remember one time, like, we dealt with everybody individually. Like Biggs played a major part in the Young Gun's success.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which he didn't have much input, I think, and so much that I seen at that time. But when it came to me and Chris project, he had a big influence and a big, part to deal with that. All of them did, but it's like Jay was in a different space. Whatever we called Jay for or needed him for, it was done without a doubt. And same thing with Dame, but Rockefeller was so big.
Right.
So Dame was paying attention to that at the time. And then Biggs, he was, neck to neck with us getting shit done. And but one time, I don't know if we did $2 bill tour. We did the $2 bill shit in Orlando, the MTV shit, right? Okay. Us and Kanye. So when we first got the call about it, I called Biggs and I was like, yo, I'm talking to him like, yeah, we did doing the $2 bill shit. What you think about Jay? I want Jay to come out with us. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was like,
and you talking to Kanye now?
No, I'm talking to Biggs.
Oh, you're talking to Biggs. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's with Kanye the tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was. You know how they used to do the $2 bill shit.
Right. And then
in Orlando. We was the two artists that was on it.
Okay.
Sometimes it'd be a lot of different artists, but they picked two artists that was from Rockefeller at the time or whatever.
No, that's what I meant. It's you and Kanye.
Yeah,
you guys and Kanye.
But when I got the word, I called Biggs and I was like, Biggs, I want Jay to come out with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This, that, and the third. I want this shit to be big. It's a great look on MTV.
Right.
I'm gonna call everything I can do. So and he was like, you should ask him. So I'm thinking like, that's your part, that's your man. I'm thinking you can call, you gonna get it done. But I'm not saying they wasn't on good terms, but that's just what I thought as a kid.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I thought that would, they would discuss that or whatever, but that I thought that at the time, I think, things was a little shaky, but I called Jay and he was excited about, us getting that opportunity. And he was like, he got me. But then I heard through the grapevine that, Dre was moving private back then, like, way before then and at that time. So it cost like $30,000 for him to go.
Damn.
So I heard through the grapevine that they, they reached out, like they wanted Def Jam to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Right. And I think they wasn't going to do it because we flew Jewels out. We flew a lot of people out that was on our album so they can come and perform. Right. Dame and everybody came out. And Jay was still there and he just gave me that look like, because he knew I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came out of his pocket for us to be, you know what I'm saying? Right. For him to be there with us. And that shit was crazy. Like, man, that nigga came out. The crowd went so crazy, he couldn't even say his fucking lyrics, man. They go back to the footage, find that footage and pull that up while we talking right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was crazy lit though, man.
Right.
Crazy lit.
Those